Good morning, everyone. My name is Ujala Seher. I am a postdoctoral researcher at Dr. Reddy's lab, and today I will be presenting on caregiving practices in the Hispanic population. This presentation will highlight the unique challenges and cultural considerations involved in caregiving within the Hispanic community. First, let's define what a caregiver is. A caregiver, carer, or support worker is anyone, paid or unpaid, who assists an individual with their daily living activities. A significant portion of these caregivers are family members, often described as informal or family caregiver. This is particularly true within the Hispanic community, where family support always play a crucial role. In this study, we will be talking about caregiving practices in elderly individuals. So it is very essential as it provides not only physical support to our elderly people, but also emotional companionship, helping to enhance their quality of life and maintain their dignity. Various diseases such as Alzheimer's disease, Parkinson, heart disease, and diabetes often require specialized caregiving to assist with daily activities, manage medications, and provide necessary medical attention. Before we delve into the specifics of Hispanic caregiving, let's look at some general facts about caregivers across the board. 60% of caregivers are women, highlighting a gender disparity in this crucial role. The average caregiver is 49 years old. Importantly, 18% report long-term financial stress, and a staggering 22% of caregivers experience increased stress overall. 6 out of 10 caregivers are employed full-time, and they are juggling work and caregiving responsibilities. Finally, 1 in the 3 caregivers receives no help at all, paid or unpaid. These statistics paint a picture of significant burden and underscore the need for support systems for our caregivers. The burden is particularly acute when caring for individuals with dementia. According to Alzheimer's Association, an estimated 6.7 million Americans aged 65 and older are living with Alzheimer's in 2023. This translates into over 11 million Americans providing unpaid care for individuals with Alzheimer's or other types of dementia. In 2022 alone, unpaid caregivers provided 18 billion hours of care, valued at a staggering $339.5 billion. These numbers show the immense economic and personal cost of this type of caregiving. Now let's focus on Hispanic caregivers. The 2022 US Census revealed that Hispanic population have surpassed non-Hispanic whites as the majority population in Texas, a trend reflected across the United States. This demographic shift significantly impacts the landscape of caregiving. Older Hispanic individuals are a remarkable diverse group with varying origins and different migration histories, different cultural beliefs, economic status, language proficiencies, and different levels of acculturation. A 2020 AARP survey revealed that 1 in 5 Hispanics are involved in informal caregiving for a family member with health issue or either with a disability. And 17% of the family caregivers in the US are Hispanic. These statistics highlights the significant role of family caregiving within the Hispanic community. If we look at this picture, the diagram in the slide, we can see many environmental, cultural, and socio-economic factors influence the overall well-being of these family caregivers. This all this information brings us to the concept of familismo. Familismo is a core cultural value in many Hispanic communities, emphasizes the importance of strong family loyalty, closeness, and mutual support. This often translates into a strong sense of obligation to care for aging or ill family members. The family unit in Hispanic community, either it is nuclear, extended, and kinship networks, all play significant roles in providing care. This strong commitment to the family often extends to the caregivers, potentially risking their own health and well-being for the sake of their loved ones. If we look at this figure, the family paradigm in Hispanic is extended. They have grandparents, aunts, cousins, and even those who are not biologically related, like friends and neighbors, are considered as family. So this family paradigm leads to the Hispanic caregiver to experience an increased caregiving burden as compared to the other ethnic groups in United States. As a result of all these cultural values and often limited access to resources, Hispanic caregivers frequently experience a higher caregiver burden. So the availability of resources in the rural and urban settings are different, and the access to those resources requires different mechanisms. This manifests in lower overall health status, diminished social functioning, and poor physical functioning as compared to the non-Hispanic caregivers. The significant emotional burden the Hispanic caregiver carry often translates into higher reported levels of physical pain and somatic symptoms. If we look at this figure, the cognitive decline with the progression of AD and ADRD results in greater levels of responsibility and depression among caregivers. A caregiver may suffer from objective burden, financial strain, subjective burden, social isolation, psychological morbidity, and above all, physical morbidity. The challenges faced by Hispanic caregivers are multifaceted. These includes socio-economic factors, emotional well-being, difficulties with the time management, physical health concerns, language barriers, varying access to resources, particularly comparing rural and urban settings, health literacy disparities, and the impact of traditional gender roles. Like in Hispanic communities, the gender plays a significant role in determining the caregiving role. Usually, women are preferred or considered as the candidate to provide care to their ill loved ones or the loved one with some kind of disability. But despite of all these challenges, fortunately there are steps we can take to lessen these burdens. Technological advancement, such as activity monitoring networks, fall detection sensors, smartwatches, and various e-health apps that can support both patients and the caregivers and thus promoting the independence. Moreover, raising disease awareness and improving access to resources through social media and community outreach are also very crucial. In the Hispanic community, integrating religion, spirituality into daily routines can ease emotional stress for caregivers and also for the patients suffering from any disease or disability. Psychoeducational intervention specifically designed for Hispanic caregivers can equip them with better strategies for managing their loved ones' care. Finally and critically, increasing the availability of Spanish-speaking social workers and educators will help overcome the language barriers and thus improve access to vital support system and resources available to this community. ReadyLab is focusing on understanding and addressing these challenges. Our work highlights the urgency of providing tailored support for Hispanic caregivers facing the burden of dementia care. In this slide, we have listed few of our recent publications that are addressing the caregivers burden in different communities and caregiving in different diseases. Thank you so much for your time. I would be happy to answer any question you may have. You can also reach out to us at readylab.research@gmail.com or connect with us on the LinkedIn given below. Thank you so much.